Hi, I'm Dr. Bill Cushing, and today I'd like to talk to you about unionization, whether or not physicians must unionize to save the profession. In the mid-1960s, as a young man and member of the United Steelworkers Union, I worked as a night shift lid man on the top of coke ovens, charging the ovens with coal. The coke we produced was used by blast furnaces in the production of steel. It was hot, dirty, and dangerous work. It can only be described as working in a surreal version of hell, with 20 to 30 feet of super hot flames and coal all around you. You had to continuously consume salt tablets just to survive a shift. But it helped me meet college expenses. Later, as a businessman, I had labor unions as customers. As a former union member and as an experienced businessman, I saw firsthand the protections and benefits that unions imparted to their members. These were benefits the workers would not have achieved on their own. Now, along with other physicians, I have been painfully watching the continual erosion of autonomy in the practice of medicine. There has been an unlimited imposition of costly regulations on physicians, while, at the same time, a continual decrease in reimbursement levels. This has made it almost impossible for a physician to maintain a private practice. You can't stay in business when your expenses increase exponentially and your revenue constantly drops. To magnify this inability for physicians to maintain a private practice, Obamacare's regulations have resulted in the consumption of physician practices by hospital systems in order to help ensure the survival of these hospital systems. The justification for this is the falsehood that the consolidations would increase quality and decrease the cost of care. Well, I have actually seen just the opposite. All this in spite of the existence of organizations such as the American Medical Association, the American Academy of Family Physicians, and other like-minded organizations. Now, physicians should not discount the thought of unionizing because they have been led to believe by these organizations that the profession is too elite and is above organizing. More and more physicians are becoming employees of hospital systems. That has one advantage for physicians: the right to now organize as a union with the ability to strike. In the past, the U.S. government classified many physicians as managers, particularly those in private practice. And the National Labor Relations Board did not give them the right under the National Labor Relations Act to form or join unions. But that has changed. If you want to protect the profession, you must consider unionization. It may be your last opportunity to save the profession. The government and larger institutions are counting on the profession to continue not moving forward with effective organizational steps. This is how they have achieved control in the past. As private employees of hospital systems, doctors now have rights under Section 7 of the National Labor Relations Act. Protected rights which include the rights to form, join, or support labor unions. With unionization, there is also the right to strike. Now, the right to strike can be an effective weapon. The threat of a strike is also an effective weapon. Currently, the American Medical Association dictates that physicians who bargain collectively must guarantee that patient health and patient care are not compromised. The AMA also advises that unions should refrain from the use of strike as a bargaining tactic. What the AMA is effectively telling the government and hospital systems is that physicians, even if they organize, will not be able to back up their demands with action. Now, that makes no sense. If physicians continue to agree with this logic, they will never regain control of their profession. Now, recent rulings by the National Labor Relations Board now make it easier for unions to organize, and these changes could ease the way for union organizing of employed physicians. So now is the time to consider being represented by a union, and not just by a peer professional organization such as the AMA. The time to increase efforts to save the profession and the art of medicine is now. Physicians, it is time to learn how to play hardball. Physicians, you must act.